But yo, be the people, this Nate here.
It's Kev.
And yo, we are GamesMusicLyfe. This is the GamesMusicLyfe podcast, episode 317.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So listen, I always talk about, I feel like we starting off this podcast knowing that you're out in the boonies. And today I literally counted about 15 deer on the side of the road on the way out here from getting hit. And like, I don't know if it's like abundance of deer out here or if they like, you guys are, this neighborhood is, or this area is building up too fast, but like somewhere along the lines, we got to save the deer, bro. I might need to lead a campaign. I mean, like bad accidents too. Like this blood stain from one side of the highway all the way to the other one. I'm like, yo, what happened? Was it a party? And everybody just got hit last night? But there's a ton of deer on the side of the road this morning.
Yeah, man. Like, listen, it's that time, man. You got to also keep in mind, like, it's harvest time.
Okay.
So the deer, they're out here, man. They scavenging for food, man. You know what I'm saying? The apples and the corn and all that stuff, man, it's getting harvested. It's falling to the ground, man. They trying to get what they can get.
Yeah.
So they moving around, man. They trying to find a meal.
Yeah.
Because it ain't nothing but farms out here. But
no, very much so.
Yeah.
Fruit farms too. That fruit farm's pretty dope.
Yeah. One of these days I'm gonna go to Lynn's. A lot of times.
You haven't been?
I've not been.
Really?
You
ever got no fresh fruit from there?
I've had fruit from there, but other people have given to me. But no, I've never been.
Okay.
And it's one of those things too, because like we drive by it so often. We're like, oh yeah, we're gonna go one day. But once you drive by it so much, it's like it's gonna be there. It's not a big deal.
I forget that it's there when I come the way that I should be coming out to your house. And I rode by it today. I'm like, man, I gotta hit up Lynn's because they got some good fruit.
Yeah. Finally got up on 310.
Bro, that from now I know that
game
way
changer.
Listen, I'll never go the other way again. Because it's like it saves me 1 minute.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, okay, that 1 minute is a different
not
1
worth
minute.
it. Yeah,
nah,
that 1 minute is not worth it, man.
Nah, the other way that I should be taking it, you've been saying for the longest, it's such an easier drive, man.
Much easier.
You know,
much more relaxing.
I will say, I did see what's the bull with the big horns? Is that a steer?
Yeah,
that's the first time I've seen one in person.
Okay, yeah.
Like I've seen them on cartoons. Like I've seen them on what was it, Bugs Bunny? I've never seen one in person.
Bro,
and
you'll see all kind of you'll see there's cows, horses, donkeys, sheep, all kind of things on that farm.
Really?
Yeah. I see them all the time. Like, bro, I literally to the point. Like we see them when like the horses have babies. Like you'll just see baby horses just galloping around. You'll be like, okay, nice. So the babies are out. Yeah, cool.
It must have been steer day because I saw the steer today. I'm like, man, I think that's what they're called, steer, right?
Yeah, or bulls.
Bulls. Because a cow is a female steer, right?
Maybe.
Okay, all right, there you go. I'm going with
don't
that.
Matter. Yeah, I'm going. The bull is the male and the cow is the female. I don't know.
Okay, don't kill me in the comments. I don't know.
Yeah. Or educate us.
Yeah, right. Give me the answers.
Educate us.
Yeah, give us the answers. What's up, man? What's going on?
Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Cooling out on a moderately nice Saturday.
Yeah, it is moderately nice. I mean, because earlier in the week it was brick. Like it was disrespectfully cold. But today was one of those days I didn't put a jacket on. I came out. I figured I'm going from the garage to your home. It's like maybe a 3-foot walk, so I can deal with that. Yeah. But it's not too cold out there today. It's gonna be decent, man. I think it's gonna be a decent day.
Yeah, man. I'm just happy to see the sun is out, man. What I will say though, that I don't like is like now the flies are really, really trying to get into the house.
They are.
Like they're doing everything.
I was noticing we were getting ready to pod, so I was 2 right there, and they look like they was just coming through to say what's up. Yeah, they trying to get in the house.
They're trying to get in because
this is the last time they can make it. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because like they're about to die. You know.
Well, listen. The thing is, farthest that they'll get is inside of this windowsill, and then they'll just die.
They'll just die.
Yeah, it'll freeze, and it's like, listen, man, you actually kind of trapped yourself. You doomed yourself here. Yeah.
Right.
So.
Right. Doomed yourself. Yeah, man. Ain't nothing else really going on, bro. It's trying to think what happened with the kids. Like the dogs is running rampant. The kids are just like
you on 2-dog mode.
Yeah, I am on 2-dog mode.
How's that?
It's cool, man. We took them trick or treating with us, and it was cool. They're a spectacle though because Oakley is big. And Weston's just a nuisance. So he loves the attention. Oakley's like, I don't know what's going on. So she's acclimated now. You couldn't tell her that she's not a privileged dog at this point in life. She does everything now. But she's big and she's cool. She's a beautiful dog. But the kids are like understanding they have 2 dogs to tend to, guinea pigs, and it's like, bro, it's like a little farm at my crib right now.
I was gonna say, so they haven't lost interest in all the animals yet?
Heck no, man. They like her dog. They're because they're getting raised with them. Yeah. It's kind of like I equate it to like little kids getting raised with iPads. Like you can't say like that's what they're used to at this point in life.
Yeah.
But no, heck no. They're doing their job. They're doing good. Although dad is the one that picks up the poop. I will say that's
for
always
the guinea
been
pigs.
The guinea pigs is like I cleaned out the cage before we came. It was me and actually it was a 3-person job because Kalish tries.
Okay.
But I realized my baby is not really the best cleaner in the house, so I had to take the reins of this, which is why I came a little bit late today. I had to help out.
All right, listen. You had early ambitions. I was like, brother,
I was here.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
Yeah, I was here.
like, brother, that's tough. That's tough.
Nah, it definitely is. Well, shoot, bro. Let's start like we always do. What we've been playing?
Yes, sir.
What you been playing, bro?
Oh man, I've been playing that Super Mario Wonder.
Oh,
on the PC.
On the PC.
Yes. Very nice. Very nice.
What do you
very
think?
Nice. It was a fun game. I've been having fun. Now, I will say,
okay,
I've been getting some frame drops, and I don't understand it. Like, do you experience frame drops when you play on the PC?
No.
No?
No.
Then I don't know what's going on.
We can take a look.
It's not that important. I mean, what I did realize is turning off that GeForce Now or whatever, that helps a lot.
Okay.
I don't know what it is about that like maybe it's trying to like take over the game or whatever. But yeah, that helped a lot. But yeah, like when I first started playing, I was experiencing some frame drops. I'm like, man, hold up. I was like, I'm at 60. I'm dropping to 24. Then jump back up to 60. I'm like, man, this is unacceptable. You know what I mean?
Now, do you feel the difference in the game when that drops like that?
Yeah, because you see the game stutter or whatever, and then it picks back up, and I'm like, I don't like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that either.
Yeah.
I do want to take a look though. I do before we get out of here. So Mario Wonder, how far have you gotten?
Like last time we talked, I made it to the first castle. I haven't played since then.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you think you got?
I haven't
enough?
played any games. No. I'm planning to play today. I hopefully can get some game time in today.
Okay.
And then because I also been playing that Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Fire.
Okay. Fire. How far did you get in that?
I played probably
hours.
I'd probably say about 4 hours.
Really?
Yeah, I played.
You're farther than me. I got literally to the first mission. And I haven't went back since because of time.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only thing with Mario Wonder is an easy fix. I played on the couch. I played on the Steam Deck. So that one's the only reson why I've been playing that. But
Spider-Man got to be in the basement.
Spider-Man's in the man cave, bro. I got to make it down there. So today, hopefully, I will actually tomorrow. I'll get some time in tomorrow to play Spider-Man because everything I played about it, I still don't know what the other dude is in the woods who killed his homie. Like I didn't know what that was all about. He wants to hunt people.
Oh yeah.
So,
okay, yeah.
I haven't gotten to that, and like I'm interested in the story because like the thing I hate about YouTube though, I love YouTube. Don't kill the algorithms. The thing I hate about it though is I think it's this new way of everyone wanting to like ruin the game for you or ruin the and I know you don't care, but you know I care about that stuff.
Yeah, the spoilers
and all that, bro. It's like don't tell me everything, man. So I gotta play the game just so I don't get it spoiled for me.
Yeah.
But even from the little parts that I've already seen Sandman because he's on the first mission. And I know the Craven dude, I think is his name, and I know Venom's in the game.
Yep.
So it's like all those things I've seen just because of people putting thumbnails up. So my goal is to keep playing the game and get further on it so it doesn't get spoiled for me. But Mario Wonder has been a very good, fun game. Starfield, I still played that for like an hour the other day because it's a blind league game I could play. But gaming is in a great place, bro. I just know that there's more heat coming. And I got to get these games back. I got a huge backlog of games, man. There's something else coming out this year that I was like, man, I want to play. Maybe Spider-Man was the one I was thinking about. But yeah.
No, it's a ton of games, man.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a ton of games we've been talking about playing, man.
Well, playing backlog, yeah, like
Have you played 2K?
No, heck no. I still haven't fired it up.
I've been thinking about picking it up.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Well, I was waiting to see if it'll go on sale. You know what I'm saying? We're getting close to Black Friday and all that. Like, man, put that bad boy on sale. But it's like, man, I need a basketball game in my life because WemVP is here.
Yeah.
And because it's like, man, 2K is one of those games like literally you can just pick it up, man. You can play it 15, 20, 30 minutes or whatever. Have a good time. Make a little bit of progress, keep going. Like Spider-Man, what the problem is with Spider-Man is like I'll be playing, right? Mm-hmm. And then it's like, man, all right, I'll just do one mission. It's like, all right, man, cool. I got that mission done, but it's another mission right here. It's gonna be a quick one. And then they say, you know, man, you 2-3 hours in, you be like, man, I should have been done that. I should have been. And now I don't want to play because it be all ran together.
Yeah. Well, you say you were thinking about picking up 2K. Have you checked WemVP's rating on 2K to see what he is?
I've not, but I'm sure he's probably a 99. If not, get it together.
Yo, so speaking about that, bro. So we watched the highlights of his game the other night. He had 38. And I sent you the little montage of him. And I know we talked about it before.
Okay.
We have not seen anything like WemVP before. But yo, this is like fake. And like the thing what got me was like I saw him standing next to. I'm like, dang, man. I'm like, yo, he's standing the free throw line. He's making that dude look little. Hold up, that's Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
that's Kevin Durant.
Yeah, listen, man, I felt for my man KD.
Did you?
He was out there, man, and like he was still getting his off. Like
sure.
He's still Kevin Durant,
right?
But you could see like this was the first time he's ever been challenged in this way. He's like, what is this?
He gave it up at the end. I mean, at the end of the game when he came up and he was just like in the press conference, like, "Yo, he's gonna carve his own lane."
Yeah,
he's like, even KD said it in so many words, like, "Yo, we've not seen nothing like this."
Yeah,
before.
He was like, "Man, this was me. This is how I've been terrorizing the league for many years."
Yeah. Well, and I think the thing that gets me, like I told you,
it ain't fair.
When we were texting, and I'm like, the thing that stands out to me is people who may not have played sports or even watched basketball a lot in their life understand a 7-footer don't really move that fluid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's coming down on the break, pulling up for 3.
Yeah.
He's finding the open man. He's like going between the leg, like ISO. And this one I knew was an issue.
Fast.
Very fast.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he has more ground to coverage by the steps he takes.
Yeah, but for I'm saying for a big, like you know what I'm saying? Normally they like moving kind of clunky. Like, he's quick.
Very, very, very fluid. Pause. But I will say though, the thing that got me, he had the Suns in hell. Because they didn't know what to do with him. They put Devin Booker on him. He's immediately to the post. Yeah. He took Devin Booker immediately. I'm taking I'm taking this waffle to the post. And then he just and you know what I'm saying? Just punished him. Pause. And like it's easy for us to appreciate what he's doing, but I think we don't really understand what he's like. We've never seen nothing like this before. Okay?
Listen, man. LeBron taking notes. I can tell you that right now. He's like, man, he's not been in the film room this much in a long time.
Yeah,
because we just seen what he did to KD twice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and mind you, I mean, the KD, like I said, he got his. Like, you know what I'm saying? KD dunked on him, shot over him. Like, he's still Kevin Durant.
Right.
But it was like, yo, nah. This is like, I feel like how Bradley Beal probably felt trying to guard me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not good.
Right. It made me look at the scope of the league and see like other players around. I remember I told you, man, like Zion has no bag. And like it makes me start looking at other players to ask, well, what's going on?
Bag, man.
It is Zion.
Tech man shot by force. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Sandman, he's gonna stand by force.
He's looking real heavy out there too, though.
But he's looking in shape. Like,
you think he's in shape?
He's fast still.
Oh no, he's still fast. But I think that shows the beauty of like how good he is.
Yeah.
But I still look at him waiting for him to get hurt again. And maybe that's PTSD for me. You know what I mean? Like just looking at, because he's been hurt the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But I really want him. And they came back and won to defense.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Wemby is out there. He out there getting to it or whatever, man. But if I could give him any advice, like, man, if you see Zion charging the lane, man, just go and let it go.
Yeah, just make a business decision.
Yeah, go and get out the way. I know you're 7'4", but like, man, that's a Scud missile coming for you.
Right. And it's there to destroy.
Destruction.
Yeah, that's it. He has one mission at hand. Yeah. You know?
You can't stop everything now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He is trying to block everything.
Yeah, jumper. Don't try to block them dunks, man. Like that ain't gonna be for you, player. Not Zion. Now, you know what I'm saying? A lesser opponent, whatever, man. Do your thing. But Zion, you see him coming, man. Just go move out the way.
I think with Wemby too, though. Just watching the highlights, man. He had mid range.
Yeah.
He had he was finger rolling from the dots, bro.
Yeah.
Like he was like leaning over, like finger rolling. Like we never seen that like that.
He's not jumping when he do it though. He's just like literally just putting the ball in the hole. He's like, this, there you go.
Yeah.
Like when he dunks, like I don't know if you ever noticed this, but like when he dunks, it looks so weird
because he's jumping like this high up the ground.
But then he ends up so high up off the ground. It's like he dunks it before you would expect because he's not really going over his head. So it's like he dunks it and then he's still up there.
Well, he's dunking on the way up.
Yeah.
Like he's dunking because he only, like I said, jumping this high. He's like, oh, yes, right here.
Yeah.
You know,
so he's still going up. You dunked the ball already. He's still up there. You like, this looks strange.
It does look strange. It looks very strange. But like, let me ask, okay, so this is 5 games in that he had 38.
Yeah.
38, 10, and 5 blocks.
Yeah.
His 5th game in the NBA.
Yeah. It's unstoppable.
Is it a Euro thing where the Euro players come over here and like maybe the game is easier for them, or is it just this is just a Wemby thing?
7-4,
7-4.
Yeah, it's like there's just nothing you could. I mean, he had KD in a vice. Like, I'm saying, LeBron's never put KD in a vice.
Well, like he can't.
Exactly,
he can't.
So I'm saying, so like KD got on that floor and was like, "Whoa, this is nah.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like I think. Okay, so we got as far as the curve of giving people like, okay, 5th game in, how many years do we think is going to win a championship? Yo, they were running a trade away. Like maybe a one trade. Like these players that they have, right? It's not really like I can't name one other player on that Spurs team.
Fine. It might be fine.
They might be.
Yeah, they might be fine.
Can you name one other player the Spurs have?
Sean.
Who?
The dude that be painting his hair.
That's the only reason I know because he paints his hair.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody else on that team. Even Popovich was like, yo. Listen,
it's all good. Don't worry.
Yeah, 5th game in, mind you, more time. Like he seems to understand the game, man.
Man, listen, Pop about to sign an extension on the extension.
Sure.
He signed a 5 year. He like, hey man, throw another 5 on it.
Yeah. Throw another 5
we 5 games in, throw another 5 on it.
I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah, we good. Timmy, Tony, Manu, come on.
I do like that. I do like the fact that the older players from the Spurs came back and wrapped their arms around him, and showing him that too. Although
not only wrapped their arms around him, they took jobs. They were like,
they did.
They were like, hey, listen, seems like we're about to have a lot of fun. I wouldn't mind jumping on the team there.
Right, and they're teaching him something. Not like Haslam, who's come back. Like Haslam got to let it go. I seen him on a clip the other day where he was actually still out there getting buckets with the practice squad, and like I'm like Haslam, he doesn't like his family.
Bro, UD has not played in 15 years.
Right, exactly.
Like, he's not touched. He's not seen minutes in about 15 years. I don't know.
So it made me like kind of look across the league and see stuff that was going on. The Bucks seem like they're struggling.
Yeah.
The Knicks I think the Knicks are better than I thought they were. I think Jalen Brunson is better than I thought he was.
Yeah.
Like Julius Randle, once he signed that Skechers deal, that told me everything I need to know about him. Like I know he is what he is. Like that's not going to be anything good. But I tell you the thing that I was looking at was this Clipper trade.
Okay.
So this Clipper trade, and I want you to defend your boy James Harden.
Yeah.
I want you to understand, or let me understand. Do you believe that this was a good trade for the Clippers?
Yes.
You do.
It was. Yeah.
I need you to explain that.
It's first of all, we already know that James Harden can play anywhere. Like
yes.
he can fit into any. Like he said it perfectly. He doesn't need to fit into a system. He's not a system player. He is the system. Like he can make it work no matter what. He's been proving this his entire career. You need him to score, cool. You need him to facilitate, cool. You need him to find the gentlemen's clubs. He got you.
That's a fact.
James Harden's a team player, man. Like, he can make it work, man. And like the other players that we got on that team, the other players that got on that team.
Hold on, you aligning with them? Are you aligning with the Clippers?
I'm interested to watch. Like okay. I'm not throwing my hat in with them. I'm still riding with my guy KD.
Okay.
It hurt my heart.
Okay.
Hey, KD, man, go to San Antonio. No.
I want to talk about KD a little bit too. When
like
you get back to it.
KD to San Antonio, I love it.
Do you?
I love it.
San Antonio? I mean,
go play with KD and Wemby. Man, that's 82-0. You know what I'm saying? They never lose.
Right.
How do you KD can play the point guard. Mm-hmm. Let's do it.
Right.
Anyway, back to the Clippers. Like when I look at him, man, Russ knows his place at this point. Like he's still gonna chuck up bad shots, but at this point, you're the fourth option. There's no question about it. We know this. Kawhi, as long as he's on the floor, he's the leader. Paul George, you're gonna interchange between being second and third option.
Okay.
All right. But I feel like all these guys kind of know their role. Russ and Harden already have chemistry. They've played together many, many times. They know each other's game. Russ and PG already had a lot of chemistry. And Kawhi, he's a fun guy. He don't ask for much, man. He going to figure it out. So I actually do like this team. It's a team full of superstars, but I feel like I don't feel like there's going to be too much chucking. Like I think Harden knows. So? I think Harden knows like chucking days are over.
Really?
Kawhi's the best player on the team. There's no question about it. Like we know this. Harden, in my opinion, is the second best player on the team.
Because you don't like PG. You don't like Paul George.
I mean, like I've not seen anything to prove that. Like Harden at least made it deep into the playoffs and got his team. You know what I'm saying?
He always flamed in the playoffs, though. Okay.
We can't really say that though, because he took Golden State to 7 when they were like a historic team.
Yeah. Who got hurt? Was it
Chris Paul got hurt?
Chris Paul got hurt. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't. I don't like to throw that on Harden. No, he disappears in the playoffs. When he was with the Nets, man, like he was the last guy left, and then, you know what I'm saying, he got hurt or whatever. But when he was out on the floor, he was hooping hard. With Philadelphia, when he came back from his injury or whatever, Embiid is out or whatever, he wins the game. Like Harden is, it's usually the team that's letting him down, and then we expect him to just ascend to the next level, and it just doesn't happen. But that's not his game. Like he's an orbital player. Like he needs to pull planets in around him. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
Yeah.
I understand that stance. I disagree though. I think Harden is delusional as heck, man. And I like that he bets on himself. I like that he is who he is as far as knowing who he is as a player and who he brings to the table. I didn't have a problem with I'm not a system player, I am the system. I didn't have a problem with it as much as some people did. The problem I had with it is just the history and the track record that he has behind himself. Literally, he walked away from 3 teams. This is third. He walked away from 3 teams in 3 years. So if anything, accountability for James Harden has to step in to say.
I disagree, man.
Okay.
Because I feel he's justified and every time he's left a situation, it feels like he's got good justification.
Okay, if he wore a fat suit.
Well, he left Houston or whatever because they fired D'Antoni and got rid of Daryl Morey, who at that time he was tight with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So he went to Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
Brooklyn was just the best case scenario for the Rockets to make a trade or whatever. It worked out for Harden or whatever, but I don't know that he really had a huge desire to go to Brooklyn. It was just kind of the deal that made the most sense of what was available. So he took.
I think he wanted to go to Philly at that time. I do think he wanted to go to Philly, but they wouldn't throw them a solid. The Rockets wouldn't throw the Nets or throw Daryl Morey a solid because remember he left and went to Philly. And I don't think that they would have let that happen.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And D'Antoni was in Philly too. But
I forgot about that.
Yeah, so okay, so it's like he gets dealt to Brooklyn or whatever. Like Brooklyn was a good team, KD, Kyrie. It's like, okay, yeah, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It makes sense or whatever. So he gets there, man. He tries to make that work, but man, Kyrie is going through, you know what I'm saying, his issues with the ADL and all that. And then so, you know, he's sitting out COVID. Then KD is getting hurt and all that, and then Harden's getting hurt, and like they barely played any minutes on the floor together. So then once everybody else started wanting to bolt, he's like, yeah, then just let me go too. Then let me go to Philly like I wanted to go. He gets to Philly, man, and he was fine. Matter of fact, he was trying to be a team guy.
He was
trying to be a team guy in Philly. And then Daryl Morey's lies. Daryl Morey's lies.
What did Daryl Morey lie about? Not extending?
Yes.
Okay.
So that was the whole beef. So Harden could have opted into his contract, made a ton of money, right? Instead, Daryl Morey's like, hey man, listen, save us that cap space. We'll take care of you on a new contract. Harden like, all right, cool. I won't take the extension or whatever. I'll play out this contract. You can use that money to build out the team or whatever. And you say you're going to get me right on the next one? Cool. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do that. Well, then when it came time for the next one talks or whatever, Daryl Morey is like, I don't know. I ain't say all that, bro. Like, nah, I ain't say I was going to take care of you, whatever. And Harden like, yo,
okay,
I just missed out on a bag for you.
Yeah, a big bag.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So Daryl Morey, like, listen, Harden better than me. Like, listen, I would have trust pretty well Daryl Morey.
I'm amazed that don't happen more often. As far as like the play, like putting hands on the general manager,
especially like if I do you a solid and give you a handshake agreement as a man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like literally, I could have done what was best for me and probably should have done what was best for me.
Yeah.
But I'm trusting you, man. I'm trusting that you have integrity to keep your word, going on a handshake agreement that you gonna make this right. And up to this point, I've got no reason to think that you would do me wrong. Like you've been doing right by me for a long time.
Yeah.
But then then you snake me out. Like you could have just told me this back then. Like yo, period. Like you know what I'm saying? Like if you you should have just told me up front.
Yeah, when you lay it out like that, then that is a lie. Yeah, I definitely would understand why you have smoke for him. But I don't think this is a good trade for the Clippers. And the reason why is there's only one basketball, if I'm not mistaken, that plays during the game, right?
That's fine.
If Harden is going to in spurts, we've seen Harden be. I told you at one point I thought he was the best point guard in the league. Yeah. With the Nets when he was there. So if he's going to buy into Philly. Well, with Philly too. Yeah. One thing I picked up on Doc Rivers said during Bill Simmons' podcast, I listened to it, and it was something that I didn't think about, and then Bill Simmons brought it up the next pod he did, and I heard it was like Doc Rivers said when James Harden find out he did not make the All-Star team, something changed. And I was like, dang, that's kind of weird that would be kind of like, just knowing like, okay, this is the team sport, whatever. We all know guys have incentives in their contracts, whatever. Yeah. I'm not tripping off of that. But it's like his whole game changed. It went from being that point guard that we're talking about to I need to do more.
Yeah, I got to get mine.
Yeah. And that's where I think was the downfall of him in Philadelphia. And no one was going to challenge him on that because he's such a great player.
Yeah.
Even now, like afterwards, we're talking like when James Harden said he felt like he was on a leash. Embiid, if you heard him, he was like, man, I mean, he had the ball, but we thought he was a great player. I mean, he's not going to say anything bad about him.
Yeah, because Embiid probably feel him. It's like, yo, I can see what he means. Like, yo, and he know, like, man, look, we low-key needed that guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? We was rolling when he was here. Like, had I not gone down, maybe we had an actual chance or whatever.
Right.
But, like, we didn't get better, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. And that's the part of it I say was bad for the Clippers in being a trade is you're not being Denver. Like, I don't think anyone's going to beat Denver this year.
I don't know, man. Like, first of all, I don't know that Denver can get past Wemby. Sorry. Very sorry. Like, Jokic, like, man, like all the tricks that you got in your bag, it's over. That's out. You know what I'm saying? Like you a big man that can shoot the three. Well, Ta-da!
Yeah. Income's counted.
You know what I'm saying? Like, sorry, man, that's neutralized. But when I look at the Clippers now, it's like, man, it's actually a pretty balanced team because it's like, yo, Russ, PG, and Kawhi are all two-way players, so they're going to give you a lot on defense. I mean, for a long time, Kawhi was the best defender in the league. And, you know what I'm saying? So he still can play at an elite caliber. PG is still a pretty good defender. And Russ, you know what I'm saying?
Where's Joe Ingles at? As long as Joe Ingles is not in the West, I think we're good.
Well, listen, for Joe Ingles, for where that, you know what I'm saying, for the time that was, man, I don't know that Joe Ingles is still in the league. Like,
he's in the league somewhere.
Joe Ingles has disappeared. He was in Utah for a long time. Then Donovan Mitchell was gone, and we never heard from Joe Ingles ever again. I remember he got hurt, and I haven't heard anything about him since. But yeah, man, like, man. Do people still play for the Utah Jazz? Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes. That's tough, man. That team's bad.
Well, I mean, you're a brother in that team. You can't get a proper Caesar anywhere in that town. Yeah. So why would you want to go? That's why Donovan Mitchell wants to go. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Who is it? Utah now?
That's the thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I have no clue. But so I actually think that the Clippers are more balanced than we think. Like when you see those stars on a team, it feels like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's but like I don't think like the basketball can get shared. Like Kawhi's not a selfish player. PG knows better. Russ is learning, and Harden, he will facilitate. Like he's okay with that. Like, and as long as he can still get his, which he can, because ain't nobody gonna trip. Like you know what I'm saying. Kawhi don't want to take every shot.
Right.
So I think that team is more balanced than we thought. But what's up with the Lakers, man? That's the real question.
Anthony Davis is not that guy. I mean, he's too. He's like the best analogy was when we talked about the ice cream machine at McDonald's. When it's working, it's amazing. Yeah. But it never works. It doesn't work all the time. It only works 50% of the time.
Bron still looks amazing.
Right. But there's a problem that Bron still has to look amazing, when you have Anthony Davis, who's supposed to be on paper top 5 talent. Yeah. But he doesn't give you top 5 talent every game. Yeah. It's like hit or miss. I mean, come on. The first game of the season, he didn't score in the second half. How is it even possible?
That's tough.
I don't understand that. Yeah. D'Angelo Russell is playing pretty well. I do think that the some of the pickups they had, who were guys who were buying into defense, like Cam Reddish, is like, okay, I know this is going to be my niche. I have to make my money on the defensive end.
Is Rui letting you down?
I haven't watched them enough they're not entertaining to watch. I've
just seeing Bron, like we know, like
I've seen Bron save the day, and for the game that happened the other day against the Clippers, I didn't even know that they even came back and won because I went to sleep. First of all, West Coast games kicking my tail.
Word, right? Yeah, that's a fact.
I won't see the Lakers play that much throughout the year unless it's the playoffs. But when I did see that LeBron came back and led him, I'm like, okay, I've seen that story before. And shout out to Bron, he's one of the greats to ever play the game. Yeah. But let's not let AD off the hook. You know what I mean? Like, bro, come on, you gotta give more. And
he's
I hate
big money, man. He gotta.
You making a ton of money. You wanted to get to LA. Y'all won that chip, but I mean, come on, the bubble ring. Do we really look at that as being a real ring? I mean, I guess you know, when it's all said and done, it's gonna count on your ledger, but do it again. Yeah, you know what I mean.
I mean, like it's like Bron's just hanging out, waiting for Bronny to get drafted by the Spurs so he can ride him to the sunset with
Spurs. Bron go to the Spurs now.
Bron, KD, Bronny, Wemby. I like that lineup.
And I like that lineup too. I like that lineup a lot. Too. The money is enough money to go around. Yeah, Wemby's a star, man.
I buy the ticket.
Definitely.
Yeah, I buy the ticket.
I definitely would. I just need Wemby to get a good. He doesn't. You know what? That's why I know he was scary because when he showed up with no lineup. He had a Tim Duncan, like just one blade all around.
Hey, listen, he still went and got the Caesar though.
He did get the Caesar.
He attempted,
but it's no lineup.
He's working there. He's working. He's getting there.
But yeah, so WemVP is what's going on right now. So put a button on the Harden thing. I'm interested to see what happens. I'm interested to see when they start playing. Do you understand anything with this mid-season tournament?
I don't know.
I don't know what's going on. I forgot. I didn't even know it was even happening.
The courts were fire.
The courts were fire.
Yeah, that was cool.
They were kind of fire. I didn't know who was the home team, who was the away team though. I didn't know. The Bucks almost lost the other night, and I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I'm here for it. I guess they're getting a big bag for this too.
Are they?
They're getting like $500,000.
Nice
for doing it and competing. But Halliburton made a great.
Wait, so does it not count towards their regular season record?
It does.
Okay,
but I don't know what the incentive is for winning, or not winning. But Halliburton made a great point. He said, "Yo, the team that wins this tournament should have an automatic bid to the playoffs." Mind you, that means they have to. I think they should spread it out later in the year, maybe. Maybe that will get kind of like a conference championship.
It should be a mid-season tournament,
right? Exactly. Yeah. That's what to me was the more shocking thing was like, it's 5 games in. Why are we having a tournament already?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why it's so early in the season. But I do think that, like, with college, how you could suck all year, but you win your conference tournament, you get a chance to go to the 64.
Get a bowl bid, yeah,
a bowl bid. I think they should do that in NBA. I think they should adopt something like that. But yeah, the NBA has been pretty cool. I'm glad it's back. NFL is just, it is what it is. It's kind of week 9 right now. Yeah. Weather getting cold. So
y'all do got the boys this week.
We do got the boys this week.
Yeah.
Got the Cowboys this week. So we'll see how that goes.
NFL, who cares, man? What we really need to talk about, man, we need to get this cheating ass scumbag Harbaugh on about.
I'm gonna tell you, you've been talking about it for the last couple of weeks. Nothing's gonna happen.
Oh no, it's gonna happen.
No, he's not gonna get fired.
Yeah, he's gonna get fired.
You know what? Okay, I'll take it back a little bit. And the reason why I'm taking it back down as I'm talking about it out loud, they supposedly rescinded the contract extension he was supposed to get.
Now, once the picture came out of man's dressed up in the Central Michigan stuff on the sidelines, just cooling out,
he was chilling.
Bro.
Now, okay, this is the only way I say he comes away from this keeping his job is if mans don't throw him under the bus. If he could say he was working on his own accord, he was like a rogue agent. Then he.
Think about it. Trussell had to resign over tattoos.
True.
Yeah, so listen, Harbaugh getting fired.
You think so?
They just talked about the Big Ten call this week or whatever, and all the coaches is like, yo, we want him gone.
Yeah, I did.
Y'all got to do something about this. And it's like, so they could play out the rest of the season or whatever. Like, I don't think the college football committee wants to have to deal with, it's twofold because it's like they want to do whatever's going to put the most money in, you know what I'm saying, people's pockets or whatever people want to see. But at the same time, it's just like, you don't want to do all this and then all these wins get vacated. That title gets vacated immediately after. It's like, just save yourself the headache. Like,
yeah.
Harbaugh, they definitely gonna have to force him out. Like, Michigan knows what's up. Like, because he was already suspended first 3 games of the season.
Right, yeah.
Got another investigation going on, and then this. It's like, all right, bro, you gotta go, man.
And he's a little weird too.
And I mean, listen, just go coach the Bears.
Yeah, he'll just walk away. Yeah, the Bears. He will go back to the NFL, I think. Yeah. They won't let him back in college again. Or at least they will. I mean, I don't know. White coaches, they get a little more grace.
Just a little time, you know what I'm saying? Just take a little time off of it. Because, I mean, it wasn't, like, for what we know, it wasn't his directive, or maybe, I don't know, probably was. But but it's like, man, nah, man, you can't. Nah, they're not gonna let that slide. Yeah. Because if it's not a harsh penalty, then how they say every team does it, then every team will start to actually do it.
Right. No, for sure. I agree with that. We'll see what happens. I don't know if I don't think he's gonna get fired. I think it's just gonna be at least not during the season. It'll be after the season.
I think they might fire.
Really? Mid-season?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Because I'm saying I
think Michigan's too good.
The Big Ten can impose a ban. So it's like they could ban them from going to the Big Ten championship game. Really? If they miss the championship game or whatever, there's no guarantee
if that happens this year, Michigan fans will lose. They might lose their minds. Because they have a good chance of. I mean, I don't think they'll beat Ohio State. Only chink y'all got in y'all's armor is Kyle McCord. Kyle
McCord, man.
Yes,
it's rough.
It is very rough. But I will with those 2 Lamborghinis on the sideline.
Yeah,
and
that defense.
And that defense is shit. Was it Shano? Whatever y'all play Rutgers today. The coach from them said, "Listen, that whole defense is probably going to the NFL." They literally asked what we was going to do. Listen, I got to be honest with y'all. That whole defense is going to the NFL.
They're all very good.
All right? All very good. Yeah. All right? So I don't know what the hell we're going to do today. So,
we're going to go out there, go play our best. You know what I'm saying?
So it sounds to me like he already knows what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But Michigan, I think, with them being good like that this year,
are they good though? We don't know if they're actually
very
good.
True.
Because every time that they can't steal the signs, bro, they got spanked. I mean, we're just being honest, man. It's like, how did y'all lose to TCU, who got demolished by Georgia? But Georgia was a 1-point game with Ohio State.
True.
But I can tell you why. Sorry, they didn't have a chance to steal the signs. It was a month between when they could actually play. They had enough time to switch up the signs. Like, you ain't had time. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't scout that way no more.
Right.
So
right. Yeah. No, I feel you.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. I did send you on a spiral as far as with Jay-Z. How do we get on the Jay-Z topic this week?
Yeah, I forget, man.
Imaginary Playmates.
Yeah,
I sent you that clip,
you sent me that tweet.
Because it was one of my favorite tracks of all time, and then it started the conversation of what's the song? Cried? Was it the song? Because I like the first half of A Million and One Questions. What's the second half?
Rob No More.
Rob No More. You like Rob? Which Rob No More is a classic.
They're both fire.
They're both super fire. But I want to. Hope Vengers are here, man. Jay is that good, man. I don't know what to say, but it took me. I did end up listening to Volume 1, Volume 2. made it halfway through volume 3, and I'm like, man, this guy's too damn good, man.
Man,
like,
so man, it took me down the rabbit hole. I listened to everything but volume 2.
Really?
Yeah, because I mean, I knew it was there. Like, I've listened to volume 2 on its own, but like I was like, man, I'm gonna revisit the whole catalog. You know what it actually made me realize?
What was that?
Hove might be one of the only rappers that legitimately got better.
Yeah.
Like, he was already very good, but like when I listened to volume 1 or whatever, like I listened to the rhymes that he had then or whatever, it was good. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it sounds like it was recorded in the 90s or whatever. So like that is what it is. But it's like, yo, he was still going or whatever. But then when I got into like the blueprint or whatever, it's like, okay, yeah, you hear noticeable improvement. And then all the way up to like 444, it's like mastery. It's like, man, like, no, like from a technical standpoint, he actually got so much better. And he also got better in his music as he grew as a person and was able to kind of explore his own thoughts and topics and stuff like that. Like the music really, really improved. I don't, have you watched that interview he did with Gayle King?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
When he was talking about, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say I'm not going to record another album, but I really need something to talk about. And I understood 1,000% what he meant there. Because like I listened to Magna Carta, definitely the weakest album in his
very
catalog.
much so. Yeah,
like
he just did it to do it.
Yeah, but you
and
could
sell
kind
phones.
You could also kind of tell like he didn't really have much going on it. Like it was just like, okay, art Hove, you're Hove. It was like
my man, he rapped in the art festival for like an hour with the same song or something like that.
Yeah, it was like
I didn't get it.
Yeah,
I didn't like it.
But I mean,
it was still it was still there.
The album has some good tracks, but it's definitely his weakest offering. It's not a great album. I like, you know what I'm saying? As a Hovenger, I can admit that Magna Carta wasn't his best offering. It's his worst album for sure. But
Kingdom Come? Was Kingdom Come? Was Kingdom Come?
No, Kingdom Come is actually a very good album, man.
I like Kingdom Come.
Yeah, Kingdom
Blueprint
Come
2, if you condense it down to one album, it's a good album.
Good album too.
Yeah, take some tracks off of it though.
Yeah, it was a lot of music or whatever, but yeah, to like and every time you could hear where he got focused again, like American Gangster, fantastic album. That album bangs, top to bottom, man. That's one of his best projects. But like, and then what really kind of cemented it for me was going back and listening to a Written Testimony, and I was like, because I mean, like it's Jay Lex album, but
come on, it's Hove's
Jay Lex album, but it's also Hove's album.
Yeah, that's a whole album, bro. I'm glad you finally admit that because for the longest I was on Jay Lex head pause because this is his debut album.
Yeah,
and you just put Hove like the whole thing.
I'm not like that's a good move. That's smart. Hey man, I applaud the strat. You know what I mean? Like a good work, Jay Lex. But but like even listening to that album where it was like he had subject matter and just a focus. And it's like, man, he was able to really get introspective. It's like, man, that's really when he's at his best, and he bodied everything on that album.
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen when he that Gayle King interview when he said that he doesn't like his hair.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna cut it, man.
He's like, I really love the Caesar.
Yeah,
that's really what I want.
Body cut, but kids is like, no.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
Kids, they ruin everything for us.
Well, the thing is, that's pretty much all they've ever known him with at this point. So it's like,
which explains why he leaned into it. I think we both asked that, like, dang, he's really leaned into this dread thing.
Yeah, it was surprising.
Like now, it's like full fledged Basquiat Hove. You know, so. Yeah, but I
and it was freeform. That was really kind of the thing that threw everybody off. Like, man, you wouldn't got freeform dreads? Like,
yeah, literally no direction.
Yeah,
you know, just hey, how it comes out, how it goes.
Yeah,
he's rich. And that's
really it.
Right. That's really it. Like, he lives a life we'll never understand. But yeah, he's the GOAT, man. And like, it made me ask a question. I wrote it down in our notes to talk about it. Was, do we think that rap is a young guy sport?
No.
At all. I don't think so either.
I don't think so. But I do think that it does require a lot of growth on the side of the artist.
Well, what made me ask it though is, then why is it that Jay seemingly is the only one, or Nas too? I'll take that back.
Yeah, Nas.
That figured out as getting older, you can change your Snoop too. You're right. So that's three. That's three greats. But then you have Jeezy, right? And listen, okay. So let me say this: all Jeezy fans, you're gonna kill me in the comments. Go ahead. I don't really care. But everyone was hitting me up. Dear, that Jeezy album, Jeezy dropped a new one. Because I do understand, like, when Jeezy and Guwap went against each other, me and you, we aligned on who was going to be what. You was a Guwap fan. I'm more of a Jeezy fan. Yeah. That's where it should have stayed, though. Like since then, Jeezy has put out albums, and he tried to recapture the sound on this one.
I listened to Church in These Streets, and that's when I was like, all right, it's over.
But we knew that it was over because he shifted. He went to something else. But on this album, this most recent one that came out, I love the title.
Grocery store.
Yeah, bro, that was it. Even as a Jeezy fan, I tried to fight it. I'm like, yo, you wrong, Kev. Like, listen to this album, like, Kev was right. I'm not gonna lie.
What I said, I was like, man, giving us 2 when we didn't ask for the last one. That's bold.
I was so upset.
That's bold.
I was so upset when you said that, but I was like, man, this dude. I just won't say the word. This dude was right, man. He was. I listened to this album. I was like, yo, I can rap better than this. I'm not gonna lie, Kev. I really think I can rap better than this. It was some lines on there, and I only remember them, and like I got cringy. Like, no, this is. I understand the sound is still there. Like, I see what he's trying to do. Okay. But the nursery rhymes was just like, yo, this is really not it. I don't know who was in the studio. Like, the production's there. I could tell the money was behind it. You know, hell, even the title is very dope. But I think the title was probably the best part of the album. I just don't. Even the song titles, like Pac Died or something. I'm like, okay, I'll listen to it, and every song sounds the same. Yeah. I just didn't.
Trying to recapture the magic.
He is trying to recapture the magic.
Yeah.
But it's not the same, bro.
Yeah, so
you know, it's not the same. So no, I want to do a funeral for Jeezy. All right, that's my first funeral today. Is to Jeezy. Listen, you're successful. Your maturity level when you and Guwap, because I definitely thought it was a tense moment that someone was going to die on stage when him and Guwap went to get each other in the verses. The maturity showed. I still think that was a great verses and all, but let's leave it where it was at.
I'm gonna actually point out to you where how I knew like it's just not going to work anymore. Mm-hmm. Jeezy was an artist that benefited from the times. So like his sound was of the times. He pushed what was a popular sound of that time. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And like that was his signature or whatever. And that's why he dominated. Much like how Nelly did and how Ludacris did or whatever. Like they had a sound of the time. Uh-huh. Well, once that time passes, you can't really just rely on that sound anymore. I mean, and a lot of rappers kind of fall into that trap, man. It's like I think about like Cameron. Mm-hmm. Like the whole Dipset or whatever, man. I used to love Dipset. I still listen to them old albums, man. It still sound good. Like I still enjoy it. But it's like, yo, they truly benefited when that was the sound of hip hop of the time. You know what I'm saying? Auto tune, like man. Now that's over with, man. Now everybody rapping like Young Thug and Yeet and all that. Like I mean, everybody, all of these guys are just Young Thug impersonators that are of the time right now. But in 10 or 15 years, bro, if Young Thug is still trying to rap like he is, or you know what I'm saying, was 2018, 2019 or whatever, it's not going to work anymore because that we will have found a new sound. Yeah. But that's also why artists like Jay-Z, Drake, Kendrick, Cole, Andre 3000, Snoop, all these guys, like they can just carry on forever because they're not dependent on the sound of the time. Like they can kind of transform and morph. Like their style is timeless. It just works. It's not the most, like everybody's not biting it. Everybody's not doing this style. Mm-hmm. It's not just the most, it's not, you know what I'm saying, the flash in the pan, the new hottest thing on the street. It's like, yo, it just works. Yeah. And that's why it carries on. And Jeezy's just falling victim to that now. It's like, man, like his sound in 2005, 2006, 2007 or whatever, that was the sound. He was the person that could do it. Mm-hmm. But then everybody was trying to rap like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the Jeezy ad-libs and ha-ha and all that. Like, all that, man. Like, it just took over. And like, and then the way his production was, man, like all the songs that kind of hit, you would get like, I mean, you can't tell me nothing. The reason Jeezy is on it is because it's like, it sounds like something Jeezy would rap on. Yeah. It works for him, but it's like, yo, you think about that 20 years later, it ain't working no more. Yeah. He should just go to features. Like at this point, no more albums. I don't know. Cause it's like, man, like the sound that complemented his style isn't in anymore. It's not in favor anymore. So I don't know that there's anything he really can do. Like he can still do his songs or whatever. And the people who liked it back then will like it now or whatever. But you're not going to be able to attract or pull in a new audience anymore. See, I was that people. That sound is gone. Saying people, I was people. Like, I was people that liked this sound, and I don't like it on this album. Exactly, but that's because, like, man, think about like your taste has evolved and has continued to grow or whatever. I think it goes to your point you said about Jay, how he wants to rap when it's meaningful. To you. But that's the thing, like Jeezy was never like it was, I don't know that it was necessarily ever his just rapping that was really what's like Andre 3000, man. Like I think about like his bars, and it's like, yo, listen, he was saying something that really stuck with me. I don't know that it was ever Jeezy's like bars that was like, it was literally like just kind of like the style and the feeling of the music that is what kind of drew you into it,
right?
But you know what I'm saying? It's like, well, now, like, that ain't the music that give me that feeling no more. It's like the old songs take me back to then.
Yes.
But for right now, like,
that's what made me think about it when I'm listening to it. Like, man, I'll just listen to the old Jeezy. Yeah. Like, I don't want to listen to this.
Exactly.
You know, but into another point you said a long time ago, which we debated this one, was Jay Elect. I'm like, man, he needs to give us more music. You're like, nah, dear. He'll give it to us when he's ready.
Yeah.
And I had a problem with that. I've come around to understand what you meant. No, seriously, I always, I'll give it up if I'm wrong. And I definitely will come around to admit that, nah, you was right. That give me something that means something to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't just be giving me albums. You know, that's why I love Lupe for that matter.
Yeah.
He'll come out when it's needed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
When he's got something to talk about or whatever. Like, and sometimes he'll give you a Lucy where he's just spitting some bars and having some fun. But that's not the music that you remember from.
I went back. I'm about to make an album with this. With the little Lucy's he threw away. Like, I'm talking about like the little minute and a half songs he did, like one a week. Yeah. Yo, he was letting it go.
Yeah, But again, it's like he's relying on the bars.
Yeah.
Like he's trying to pull you, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to grab your attention with the bars and like saying something very intricate detail, something that sticks with you, makes you think or whatever. Like, when's the last time Jeezy said something that you was like,
no, that was never his lane.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was
the problem. Right. It's like it was literally just his sound. It's like now it's like,
exactly.
I heard a lot of this sound. I'm kind of over it.
Okay, now that brings into the last point I had today was you said we've heard that sound. Like, has Benny the Butcher got to that point?
He may have, man. Or Freddie Gibbs, man, he might have got low and cursed him.
Yo, I don't think people really want to understand that he hasn't been the same since that him and that Freddie scuffle that they had because I haven't heard anything meaningfully from him. And what brings it up is I'm listening to the track. So he puts out the track. It was promoted heavy. All the dogs, him and Lil Wayne.
Yeah, I heard Wayne snap.
Yo, Wayne went nuts.
Yeah.
So much so that I could not wait for Benny to get done. And I don't think I've ever listened to a track with Benny the Butcher on it that I literally could not wait for his part to finish before I got to Wayne. Now here's the thing, I'm gonna dial it back a little bit. I did listen to it again a couple times before I got out to your home today. It's not the verse, it's the chorus.
Really?
The chorus is like awful.
Yeah.
You know, he should have just let somebody else do it or not do it at all.
Yeah, just skipped it.
Skipped it. Because Wayne went nuts. But like Benny's flow was a little bit different. It was weird. I didn't like that sound. But I do wonder if we've heard enough from him that maybe we're just done with Benny the Butcher, man.
Could be, man. Like, listen, it's one of the hardest things to do right now is stay relevant as a rapper. Like, getting on seems like the easy part. Staying on seems like the hard part. Because, like, man, like I look at like Glorilla, man. Like, points were made, man. Like it might be over.
It might be.
It might be over. And it's like it's no fault of our own, but it is like, man, that was a quick run.
It was.
That was a very fast run. Man.
I want the run to be over for the Carly Red. What's her name? Not Carly Red. What's her name? Sexy Red. Yeah, get her out of here too. Like, you already told you about that. I want her out of here.
She might not have. Listen, man, the way things are going, she might not have very much time on the clock neither.
Good.
You know what I mean?
Good.
Like,
yeah,
it's tough, man. Like, listen.
Well,
is Ice Spice still around?
I mean, she's a stripper. Like,
Ice Spice is like, she's just.
Bro, did you see her in the video? Like, when she was on the Halloween. First of all,
not.
Y'all girls need to give Halloween back to the kids. I'm sick of it. All right? I'm sick and tired of it, bro. Let's say she was dressed up as Betty Boop.
Okay.
And she was performing. She might as well had nothing on. You know what I mean? Like, so is she?
So maybe the fall off was coming. She had to do something to get hot again.
I mean, I guess. Yeah. I mean, that's probably it. But yeah, I do think that she's on her way out of here. But I don't.
I'm just what I'm saying. So for the rappers, man, it's hard to stay relevant, man. Like unless you, I mean, Drake did big numbers. He Drake. Like, you know, listen. Have you come around for all the dogs yet? Because this sounded better week by week. It sounded a lot better.
I have. I found myself listening to it the other day, and I was just shaking my shoulders. I'm like, okay,
it's getting better.
It is getting better. It's getting better to the ear. But I do think that it's the space that it would be the best in. I'm not in that space anymore.
I feel you, and you know what though? I still stand on what I said though. It's like, man, Drake. It doesn't seem like listening to the music. It doesn't seem like in his personal life he's grown very much. Yeah. So it's just kind of like, you know what I'm saying, and like. That's not to say that the music isn't still good, it isn't still hitting, but I don't know that I listen to the music now and it's like I really catch any, like now I catch things that like make me laugh more than it's like, oh man, yeah, like that was very thoughtful, introspective on his part or whatever. It's nothing like that. It's just like, all right, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll say it's not terrible.
It's pop rap.
Yeah, it is pop rap. And I think that's the part that I have a hard time grasping.
It's good though. I like it.
It's okay. I'm not saying it's terrible. Yeah. I do dial it back a little bit there.
Okay.
So I have come around in that aspect. But no, to your point. So listen, it's another funeral for Benny. All right. Wow. Second funeral of the day. It's got to be for Benny the Butcher.
For Benny after Jeezy, huh?
After yeah.
Listen, I told you, man. I don't know why he gave it 2 when we didn't want 1. We didn't want the last one to go give it 2 more.
Yo, when you said that, I was like, man. And then I listened to that. I was like, man, Cam was right. I said, man, Cam was right. I don't like that he was right, but he was right, man. Like, I don't care about this album, man. Like, everybody put that sauce on it. Everybody, on my home, like the homies from back in the day, they hit me. Oh, dear, you and Cam got to talk about that Jeezy album. Like, no, we're not. No, Cam's not gonna listen to it.
Like, listen, I'm gonna tell you straight up. Like, don't get your hopes up, man. Like, that's what we're talking about. Like, yeah, I knew better than that. Like, man, and then also it's like, man. Man's just got divorced.
Yeah,
I seen like when the Married Jeezy campaign or whatever. It was, the Family Man Jeezy.
Yeah.
I already knew. I'm like, yeah, listen, say gonna necessarily be what you think it's gonna be, man.
Yeah,
like the Trap or Die Jeezy, man. That's long
days
ways
are over.
Yeah,
TM103 is over, man.
Yeah, man. Enjoy that, man. Like the recession.
Yeah,
go and put that back in the rotation, man.
I am. I'm just doing the way on.
But yeah, whatever this new one is called, you don't want it.
No, I deleted from the. I deleted it from the.
That ain't what you want.
From the library. That's definitely not gonna happen. All right, man. You got anything else?
Oh no, man. I think that about wraps it up, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you what though. If you didn't grab a pair of them cherries, man,
you know I still got my original pair.
I might suggest still gonna grab a new one.
Really?
Ooh, good. It's good.
I need to see him. I need to see him before I leave out of here. I'm sick of these boxes too. Right okay, I'm gonna take a look. All right, yo, people, this Nate here.
It's Kev.
Hey, yo, we are Games Music Life. This was the Games Music Life podcast, episode 317. Drink more water, people.
Peace.